Bob Corker has let the cat out of the bag for anyone who didn't know that the cat already was about 25 miles from the bag. But he told reporters today that the Republican Party is a personality cult for Donald Trump. Now, you knew that, and so did I. And I think the evidence is all over the place, but yesterday's primaries made it very clear that anyone in the Republican Party, what used to be the Republican Party, the American Fascist Party, anyone who opposes Trump will be defeated. That's what happened to, who was it? Mark, who was the guy? Mark, yeah, Mark Appalachian Trail. Not Mark Warner. Mark, anyway, Mark Sanford, the former governor of South Carolina, and then a representative from South Carolina, and now he's going to have to go get a real job because he mildly had disagreements with some of Trump's more outrageous insanity. And the person who defeated Mark Sanford makes Donald Trump look like a liberal. She's one of these female politicians. Apparently she's a politician. I don't know what she is. But she figures the way to get elected in the South, or at least in South Carolina, is to come across, you'll excuse my language, a fire-breathing bitch who doesn't give a fuck about anybody except Donald Trump, for whom she's willing to drop on her knees and do whatever he wants her to do. No, I'm serious. That's not a sexist statement because there are a lot of male members of the former Republican Party who will do the same thing, who already have done the same thing. Of course, I'm speaking figuratively. God knows what would happen if Trump demanded a little head, huh? What do you think would happen? What?
Well, I mean, I think Nunez is down there.
Oh, yeah, well, the Nunez, the guy from California, he's been on his knees, running around in bushes and shit. I'm getting creeped out. I'm getting creeped out. We're only 3.5 minutes into this podcast. Anyway, Corker, according to MSNBC's Garrett Haake, Corker said, quote, "We're in a strange place. It's almost," pause, "it's becoming a cult thing, isn't it?" Pause. "It's not a good place for any party to end up with a cult-like situation as it relates to a president who happens to be purportedly, of the same party." That little adverb. Purportedly. Corker apparently was particularly pissed off at Republican leadership for deep sixing a proposal he had to limit this asshole's power to slap tariffs on key U.S. allies on so-called national security grounds. You know, to tell the Canadians that we are, that we're putting tariffs on meat production because of national security grounds is just, it's so fucking outrageous, it's unbelievable. Oh, well. Anyway, Corker also said, quote, "We have an administration that wakes up every day." I wish he wouldn't say an administration. I wish he would say a crazy fucker in the Oval Office. I'll do it for him. "We have a crazy fucker in the Oval Office that wakes up every day on an ad hoc basis, just making stuff up with no coherency to it at all." And yesterday, Tuesday, Corker got his bloomers in a wad because Republicans, who still think they're Republicans and they're not, are too afraid to argue with this orange bastard, even as they complain about what he does. There's not a Republican in the House or the Senate who's going to stay there, who will take this miserable fuck on. Nobody. Oh, don't get into your fascism rap, Mike. Jesus Christ, not again tonight. This is exactly what it is. Corker said on the Senate floor yesterday, and he was referencing Senator John Cornyn of Texas. Corker said, quote, I heard the senator from Texas, the senior senator from Texas, saying the other day, well, gosh, we might upset the president. We might upset the president of the United States before the midterms. So, gosh, we can't vote on the Corker Amendment because we're taking, rightly so, the responsibilities that we have to deal with tariffs and revenues. Could you see this happening? How long have you been able to see that we were going to get to this point? This is why I keep saying, folks, these midterm elections that come up in about, what, 5 months, 6 months, Kathy? These midterm elections, I'm afraid. Now, I know you're not supposed to make predictions about political shit because you can wind up with egg all over your face or something worse all over your face. But these midterm elections have a very good chance, if not a certainty, of solidifying this dictator's power. Because anybody who's running on the American Fascist Party ticket, aka the Republican Party, has already worked out his or her approach to the electorate in the district or the state that the candidate is running in, the American Fascist Party candidate. And that is going to be, as soon as Nancy Pelosi gets a Speaker of the House, if the Democrats win, she's going to try to nullify our election, take away our president. We can't let this happen. We can't let this happen. That's pretty much all the candidates from the American Fascist Party have to say. That's all they have to say. They have no programs for the people. They have no ideas for the people. They have no legislation in mind that would benefit the American public. Nothing. Zero. But because we're a nation of sheep with the leadership of goddamn wolves, we're going to allow this to happen.